welcome to WORLDbytes Fusebox in Santa's Grotto. Whatever your faith or no faith during the festive season, it's hard to ignore the chorus of bar humbug that fills the air. Warnings about what you eat, drink, spend, and about partying, offending people with your beliefs, and more. Having reflected on the year, our volunteers have a different message, one that says, "Butt out, killjoys, we believe in humanity, and we are all capable of standing up for ourselves and making our own decisions." These are our wishes for 2016.
Hi Santa, I'm Izzy. Over the past year it's become really trendy for schools and universities to offer a safe space for students. What I want to know is, why? Are we as young people too vulnerable to be exposed to the real world? I don't think so. My wish for the new year is to have the space to think for ourselves and not be treated like 2-year-olds. We don't want safe spaces or protection, we want freedom of speech to argue what we think. An end to safe spaces in 2016 would be a good start.
Hello Santa, my name is Isa. The PREVENT strategy, which enforces the reporting of disapproved beliefs to the authorities, restricts our right to freedom of speech and belief. This strategy will only lead to more distrust and anxiety within our society. Beliefs aren't dangerous, but stopping us being able to discuss beliefs will have dangerous consequences. Therefore, my wish for 2016 is that instead of reporting and silencing extremist beliefs, we promote voicing our own beliefs to those we don't agree with. Then we can argue for universal values such as tolerance and challenge extremism in our society so we can all live in harmony. Shutting people up won't help. It means we can never even challenge what they believe and will drive inhuman ideas underground. Free speech is a must for the new year, I'd say.
Hi Santa, I'm Mary. In the past year, there has been too much of a fuss over advertising as though we are all stupid and can't think for ourselves. It's time for the public to be treated with intelligence and as responsible and conscious human beings. So I'd like to pose a thought, Santa. Shouldn't there be less of an obsession with our daily lives, guiding us on what we should view, hear, eat, drink or look like? My New Year wish is to allow us to think for ourselves. Thank you.
Hello Santa, I'm Gravida. I wish everyone had the freedom of choice to cherish whatever they like. I do not want the government to worry themselves in making my personal choices, especially what I eat or drink or whether I smoke or whichever way I want to delight myself. I want to live, not just survive. And the government should have no control in dictating my shopping basket. It's my mind, my body, my preference and my freedom. And government interference preventing us from exercising our own free will, I think is more damaging than my personal consumption habits. So my message for 2016 is, butt out.
Hello Santa, my name is Chris. E-cigarettes are widely acknowledged to be safer than tobacco cigarettes, but in an era of the health-inspired control freakery, even something that merely looks like smoking must be stamped out. The crackdown on e-cigs will result in more deaths and less freedom. There are over 1 million e-cig users in the UK, and almost all of them are smokers who have cut down their cigarette use or quit tobacco altogether, thanks to e-cigs. Banning e-cigs in bars and public places denies us the ability to decide for ourselves how we live our lives. That's what we should really be worried about.
Hi, I'm Shay. The figure for people forcibly displaced from their own countries has never been so high, striking up to a 50 million figure. In fact, we need to stop being obsessed with controlling the numbers, such as David Cameron's pledge to keep net migration under 100,000. A fortified Europe has caused many lives to be lost. Let's acknowledge that and open the borders to people. We all need freedom of movement, and we are all human beings and not numbers. We all have the capacity to create more for everyone too. And let's face it, the idea of a shortage of space is a myth. So happy open borders New Year.
Hi Santa, I'm Fraser. In the run-up to this Christmas, there's been a big push to get shops to stock and parents to buy gender-neutral toys. Campaigns with names like Pink Stinks and Let Toys Be Toys insist that giving princess dresses to girls and superhero stuff to boys is contributing to a whole range of social ills, from an unwillingness of young women to take up science and engineering to domestic violence and sexual assault. These campaigners are baffled when girls play with toys of which they don't approve. At their heart, they are an attack on the fantasies, imaginations and inner lives of young girls. What's more, this push smacks of infant determinism. We are not the products of our childhood. We often have nothing in common with our younger selves, As adults, we make choices based on our interests and needs, not based on some naff bit of plastic tat our parents bought us when we were 5. So this Christmas, defy the gender fun police, buy frozen dresses for girls and lightsabers for boys, or the other way round. Some boys like blue and some girls like pink. Get over it, and the kids will grow out of it.
Hi Santa, I'm Jade, and my Christmas wish is to stop the panic over the quantity and quality of the food we consume, especially over the festive period. Individuals are able to make their own choices in regards to balancing their diet without being bombarded by the media or regulated by the government with oversimplified statements derived from vague and exaggerated correlations between unhealthy food such as processed meats, fatty and sugary foods, and illnesses such as cancer. Life is short, regardless of whether you're a strict health fanatic or an overindulgent, indiscriminate food lover, so don't deny yourself simply because someone decides the news story of the week is that bacon and roast beef are cancer causing. So let's stop the unnecessary media guilt trips and let us enjoy our Christmas dinner in peace.
Hi Santa, I'm Holly. This is a message about sustainability. Environmentalists have led the general public to believe that we consume more than the planet can provide. Limits are imposed to control human behaviour in the name of being eco-friendly. To illustrate this, the recently imposed 5p charge on plastic bags aims to limit our consumption. But what is the real benefit of this? Should the government interfere to this extent? Where's the money going? This is yet another behaviour-modifying tax law. We do have the ability to live in a world where we can all have more and where we are not just consumers, we are creators, so the government should work on that rather than fussing about our behaviour and plastic bags. Happy New Year with no limits.
Hi Santa, my name is Ruth. The media continues to portray performance-enhancing drugs as evil and the athlete who dopes as morally shameless. The moral offence lies in the diminishing of the very idea of sports demonstrating courage, striving, struggling and conquering. However, the use of performance-enhancing drugs are not always contrary to these values. In fact, there is a very thin line between what drugs are accepted by sporting bodies and those that are not, and there is no evidence that drugs in fact put people on the podium. It seems to me that if we value reason, creativity and ingenuity, more performance-enhancing drugs should be considered because they express the human drive to be better. So I'd like to pose the question, Santa. Is the moral panic over doping in sports justified? I don't think so.
Hello Santa, I'm Amit. Even if I don't believe in you, I have a great wish for this year. I noticed how big the issue of overpopulation has become in the last few years. In fact, now people consider the extra number of people as an extra mouth to feed and no extra minds that could help develop human society even more. It is calculated that there will be a population of between 9.6 billion and 12.3 billion by 2100. This doesn't mean extra mouths to feed. It means more great ideas, more creativity, allowing more people to prosper. So my wish is to people not being afraid anymore of these billions of people. The more, the merrier in fact.
Hello, I'm Smith, and the issue which concerns me is gentrification. It is something a lot of people moan about, but if you start seeing this topic from another angle, it is clear that gentrification is a sign of economic growth. As money begins to flow into a neighbourhood, many aspects of everyday life are changed for the better. Buildings and parks are renovated and beautified, jobs arrive with the increased construction activity, and new retail services. Crime rates decline. It begins to give an area a new identity, therefore start to attract a new demographic. So my New Year's wish is let's have more of it.
Hello Santa, my name is Hamza. My wish for this Christmas is for youth to be able to express themselves freely and to not be distrusted. The reason I say this is because the Public Space Protection Orders, PSPOs, are constantly introducing new laws to prevent young people from being able to express themselves and as such are creating a world where young people are essentially trapped. By creating laws which prevent young people from skateboarding, swimming and even gathering in groups, the PSPO is restricting the freedom that they are entitled to and will only cause resentment amongst us, resulting in a climate of distrust between generations. My wish for this Christmas is a happy PSPO-free New Year.
Hello Santa, my name is Manny. The Western media focuses on Russia and blaming it for everything has become ridiculous. We are not enemies anymore and we should work side by side to defeat common threats and terrorists such as ISIS. My message for 2016 is stop the Russia bashing, and let's work with Russia and bring peace to this world.
Well, that's all we have time for. Do comment on our video, we'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you'd like to take part in our Touring Views box in 2016, please email us. Do spare a thought for our Citizen TV project and the free camera training we provide. We urgently need your support to keep going, and it's easy to donate. Just visit www.justgiving.com/Santa's Video Grotto. Have a great festive season and a happy new year.